Hello, all, and welcome to the zoo.
Why am I here?
Minions of the Zoo is a lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribe-Light, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep, Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Fat Platypus.
Chaosy.
And I'm Della Hazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions. And special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Minions of the Zoo. It's Monday evening. I'm your host, Adam of Clan Veggie the First, and I'm joined here with my good pal, Terry Salt. How you doing, Terry?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing doing all right. It sounds like the Wright brothers are testing out a new plane.
Yeah, they're mowing the lawn. I don't know why they had to pick now to do it, but, you know,
They're like,
nothing I can do.
That's all good, man. Well, hey, thanks for joining me, and thanks, chat, for joining. I don't know if anybody's in chat. I haven't seen anything. Oh, fucking... Yeah.
I'm not sure anyone's in chat yet. Looks like you having an argument with some Minions of the Zoo clown.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure the chat worked on Discord or on the OBS, so I had a fun little quibble with myself.
Yes.
So yes, it is currently Monday. Well, I guess for you it's what, Tuesday?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's 11 in the morning on a Tuesday.
Oh, nice. But yeah, so a lot of crazy shit happened today. There's some stuff we can talk about. We were having a pretty good conversation before the show started.
Yeah.
So where do you wanna go with this? Do you wanna say anything about the Queen being laid to rest?
I don't have much to say about that. I mean, it's sad that she died. I don't know. I've never been too interested in the royal family, so I don't have a lot of insight into that.
Good, because I mean, not good, but I guess I wouldn't sound as much an a-hole. Because I saw this thing on Twitter where at some point somebody heard like a whispered voice of the death was irreversible or something like that, and I'm sitting there like, oh,
well,
dude.
Death usually is.
Huh?
Death usually is irreversible.
Well, yeah, usually. But I'm sitting there like, oh man, I want to see the ghost story about the Queen whispering as they're bringing her her body to rest, and she's like, it was irreversible. And it's like, oh no. I did see somebody try to rushed the casket though when people were
Oh God.
walking past it, I guess. I did see there was like 4-hour long waits and shit.
I did hear that someone had the job of standing at the end of the queue, holding up a sign saying, "No more people are allowed to join the queue."
Really?
Like that was their job. They had to spend the entire day standing at the end of the line, holding up a sign, stopping anyone else from joining the queue.
Damn.
I hope he got paid well.
Yeah, I
They
hope
had
so.
a fun, boring job.
I mean, yeah, hopefully it wasn't like a shitty day out too, you know. That sucks. Did he at least
Yeah.
get to flip it like those sign flippers, you know, like, hey, come over here, we got low rates on cell phones, and he can flip the sign, hey, no more
I don't know. I imagine he just got to be bored all day.
Yeah. But yeah, so that, I mean, I guess in world news that's about it. Also, I guess it's gonna be pretty cold in Europe these coming months. So
Yeah, I imagine so. It's starting to warm up down here, so it's probably getting colder up in the northern hemisphere.
Yep. Yes, indeedly doodly. And hey, speaking of changes in climates, well, actually, this is a bad segue, but candy corn.
Yes.
So, Terry, you have never tried candy corn, huh?
Nope.
What do you imagine it tastes like?
Well, I've had differing accounts. Some people say it tastes like wax. Other people say it tastes like caramel. Like
what?
the comparison on Twitter was to caramel popcorn. So if it tastes like caramel popcorn, I'll probably like it.
I mean, I think some people might eat caramel corn or caramel popcorn and candy corn together, maybe. I
guess.
I don't think it tastes like that. It just tastes like the waxy. I can see the waxy feel, but they must not have very flavorful. If there's a company called Brock's, and they make these candy corns. At least, you know, when they start springing up, that's where you see it, unless you go for, you know, other brands, but usually it just tastes like
Yeah, I mean, I'll try it. I'm gonna have to head up to the shops later today anyway. So, while I'm there, I'll just have a poke around the confectionery section and see if they've got any.
you got.
If they do, I'll just buy like a small bag. I'm not gonna buy like a lot of it, just to see what it tastes like, and if it tastes terrible, I'll throw it out.
It's a weird taste for sure. The other thing I was gonna say is you gotta look for the peeps. Yes, you gotta look for peeps. I can't believe you don't have a peeps out there.
If we do, I've never seen them. I don't know what they are.
It's pretty much just a marshmallow shape. Sometimes it's in, like, I think they're little chickens or little bird things, or they're little, like, sometimes you can get them in snowmans. They look like little snowmans, and then it's just marshmallow, but then they're coated with like a sugar. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. It's just sugar coated marshmallow. Marshmallow shapes. And those are another one of those things where it's like everybody, oh my god, it's the holiday season, I can't wait to eat these things. And it's like, dude, you could probably get, like, candy corn's okay, right? You know, I make a big stink about it, but I'll probably eat one or two here or there, you know. Sometimes you can find chocolate candy corn, but that's pretty much just like a Tootsie Roll, you know, in the shape of a candy corn.
And I don't know what a Tootsie Roll is either. You got to remember, I'm not American. I don't have access to all the stuff you do.
Oh shit, yeah, okay. Damn, okay, how do I explain a Tootsie Roll? It is kind of I don't even know if it's real chocolate. I think it's just chocolate flavored taffy, maybe.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
So it's probably like cocoa flavored taffy. Yeah, I don't know if it's real chocolate. It probably is. Who knows? um, but yeah, no, it's that time where odd candies start springing up, and out here in America, it's gotten so bad where there is cereals with the flavor of candy corn and Peeps, and it's just it's getting out of hand. Oh
Yeah.
oh, we got some people in the chat. Hi there, Jim Beam and Mash. Hi, how you doing, Mashes? Mashishu. And yes, I diss candy corn because it is not good. How's it going, Cynics? But yeah, no, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I stand by it. I don't know if it would be worth air freezing or whatever, shipping them off.
Yeah,
to you.
send me a whole bunch of just American
Yeah.
like confectionery, like Tootsie Rolls and
A box of them. Yeah, we'll have
Peeps.
to fill. Oh wait, do you have Cadbury eggs over there?
Cadbury what?
Cadbury eggs.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of those?
You've definitely got. I mean, the Cadbury cream eggs with like the gooey stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got those.
I'm not a big fan of those. That cream stuff in the middle is just weird tasting.
I still remember the commercial from when I was a little kid. It's like this little boy has a secret love and it's like, don't get caught. And then like it's him and this girl eating Cadbury cream eggs behind they raise the desk up and then like they're like eating the Cadbury cream eggs, hoping the teacher doesn't see them. And then they do get caught. And they got like the middle of the cream egg just smeared all over their mouth.
Oh no. Oh, that's gross. Ugh. You know, I swear that they have like really giant ones, and I can just see somebody just drooling over the idea of cracking one of those open and just eating it like they're in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Just. Ugh.
Okay, so Spudgun says the fondant in cream eggs is gran. So I'll just take your word for it. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what's a gran? Like grandma?
That's how I interpreted it, but
It's made
I'm
of grandmas.
almost certain that's not what he means.
every time somebody bites into a Cadbury egg, they're eating somebody's gran. Oh, how does
Could
that
be,
taste for
could
you,
be.
sonny?
And people in chat are fighting over candy corn.
We have started a war.
Yeah. Is pineapple on pizza all over again?
Well, like I said, it's a weird. It's just a weird flavor. I won't say it's really bad, like that bad, but it's definitely not something that like. Oh hey, I'm thinking of, bringing some candy to a movie. Candy corn is definitely not on that list. There's no. And even if it's like, oh hey, you want some Halloween candy? You want a bag of candy? No, I don't want a bag of candy.
Well, I mean,
corn.
I've never done Halloween.
What did
either.
I do? Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm aware of Halloween, obviously, because I watch a lot of American TV, but I've never gone trick-or-treating or done anything special on October 31st. It's just, I'm aware that the US does. That's the extent of my involvement with it.
Well, the past few years, I've been going out hoping to get some of these malicious people who are doling out weed candies instead of actual candies. But so far, I haven't found anybody. No, yeah. Actually, I was thinking about since we're talking about candies. One, do you have I don't even know. Okay, two candies came to mind that I want to know if you have. Do you have rock candy?
Rock candy.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know. I think it's just like flavored sugar that is grown on a stick, like like rock.
Hmm.
um, and do you have I don't even know what the fuck they're like if they have an official
Is
name.
is the rock candy the stuff that sort of like fizzles on your tongue?
No, those are we call them like snap rocks, I think.
Oh, okay. So I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, no, that's like a powder stuff that you put it on your
Yeah,
tongue and all of
yeah,
a sudden.
that's what I was thinking of.
Um, and I don't know what they're called. I think they're like strip dots or something like that. But it's like a strip of paper, and there's like little candy dots on them. I don't remember. I'm just thinking.
I'm not familiar with it.
Huh. Well, I was just thinking of the old candy shops that were at like the mall and seeing like this type of stuff there. And then like, the little Coke bottle gummy bears or gummy jellies or whatever and but the one candy that comes to mind that I don't even know if it's a real candy. I may have just imagined it. It goes. I'll try and keep it brief. It goes in two parts. One, when you watch like the behind the scenes of the Avengers, they kept saying like Robert Downey Jr. would hide like snacks and foods in the set, and there was a scene where he has blueberries and he offers blueberries to the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, whatever, and stick a hold on, I'll read chat in a second. And it reminded me, I'm like, I could have sworn there was a candy where it was just little balls of, I don't know if they were jelly beans, but I could have sworn it was just blueberry candy. Like, I don't know. I may have been making it up. I don't think that's what he was, because like it looked like he had a bag of it, but then I'm like, well, no, maybe he just actually had a bag of blueberries for some reason, like.
It could be.
But I could have
I mean,
sworn there was.
I have had blueberries before.
Yeah, no, yeah, just especially like dried blueberries, it's not bad. Okay, so outside of the fight in the chat, do you mean Spud Gun goes? Do you mean like Blackpool Rock? Basically clipped versions of a stick of rock. Bro, if you're British, I don't know if I don't know if we're talking about the same thing. I don't know what Blackpool Rock, because I'm trying to explain to this Aussie over here, and then here comes this Brit telling me about some stick of rock. Possibly, I mean, you do buy them where it's just pretty much just like a wooden stick, and then on the other end it's just crystal. I'm pretty sure it's just sugar, flavored sugar or whatever. Acid for kids. Yeah. And blueberries are better. Oops, all berries are better. Sorry, Cryptic. You're wrong. But yeah, no, yeah, candies. The ones I will say is I like those little slices of orange jellies. See, again, I don't even know if you have them out there. What are some of the candies you would have?
I mean, I don't eat a lot of candy, and like even as a kid, I didn't. So, like I can tell you, like we had like the Cadbury chocolate bars. We had those, like Mars bars and Snickers and Kit Kats and like all that sort of stuff. We've got down here. I'm not sure what else. I mean, we've got. I don't think they're called Redskins anymore, but we had a lolly that was called Redskins down here. I used to really like them. They're quite nice. We have like snakes, which are. I'm not sure what they're made of, but they're just like gummy snakes, I guess. And frogs. We had like red and green frogs.
Little green.
Yeah,
frogs.
I'm trying to think back to when I was a kid.
Oh shit! Hold on. I forgot since we're
Oh, and
since we're
Cynic is
covering
confirming
for,
they changed the name. It's not Redskins anymore, apparently.
you say Redskins,
Remember-
all I think is Red Hots, like the little hot
Yeah.
tamales. or something.
They were like these red sticks of like very chewy. I don't know what they're made out of, but they were raspberry flavored, I believe.
Ooh. Is it like a taffy or like a licorice?
Yeah, that sort of thing. I I always knew them as Redskins, but oh, Cynic is mentioning warheads. Yeah, we have warheads down here.
Those
Which are
sour.
basically just like they're basically just like a boiled sweet, but they're covered in powder that's either really really sour or really really hot, depending what flavor you get.
I don't know if we had hot ones, but we did definitely had sour. We had that and I think warheads. I don't know if there was a sour head or something like that, but yeah. And like with the red licorice, I was thinking we had a thing called like red rope or red vine or something like that. Where it was just like the super long red licorice. And
I think I know what Spud is referring to because he sent me like the picture of them. I was like, yeah, that I've seen that before. I don't know what I would have referred to it as, but the rock,
it's like rock
Blackpool
candy.
rock, whatever he's talking about.
Yeah.
It does look familiar.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I think next time I'll work on a visual for Discord so I can pop it up in the middle. I forgot since I'm covering for quiz on Monday. Here's my doggo.
Did you guys ever have Gollywog biscuits? Seeing as we're talking about Redskins being renamed. Down here we had Gollywog biscuits, and they had to change the name as well.
I don't know. Are those like? Because I know we had I think it was a Girl Scout cookie that was called like I don't know. It was I guess an Inuit tribe or something like that, and
These were basically chocolate biscuits, but they were shaped like children.
oh shit.
And yeah, they were called gollywogs because a gollywog is like a type of doll, but it's like considered racist for some reason, a racist doll. And it resembled the supposedly racist gollywog doll, and they had to rename it. It's now like Scallywags or something silly like that. They changed the name to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Jim Beam Samoa's was the cookie. It was like it had like coconut on it. It was chocolate on the bottom and coconut. They're really good cookies, but yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what they changed the name to.
No, I'm still mad that they changed the name of Coon Cheese. Like, there's no reason to change it. It wasn't racist. It was the dude's name.
Yeah. How can they besmirch the guy's name? Ugh.
Quite easily, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, let me see that. Hey, have a good night, Mash. Thanks for
Alright.
stopping by and fighting the good fight for candy corn. Ugh. And then people get it in like a perfume, and then you smell like candy. Like, why would you do that? Why in the fuck would you want to smell like candy corn? What the hell's wrong with you? Ugh.
Okay, so let's do it this way.
But
I'll send you there it is. That's the link Spud sent me. So I just Discord DM'd you that you can see what he's talking about.
Yeah, let me I gotta look at it through my phone so I don't mess up anything. And you know me, I will mess things up. Rock Suite. Okay, yeah, that third one where it has like the little ball at the end of the stick. That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
We called them rock candy. I don't know if they have an official name. I don't know what in the fuck they are. It's just like a sugar fucking thing. And like I said, I will work on setting up so I can display this on the thing. I'm not gonna go and try and do it while the show is running, because I will fuck something up. Something will go on fire. Oh yeah.
And I do think it's funny that the link that Spud sent, because it's a search for Rock Suite, you actually get pictures of the rock band The Suite coming up as well.
Yeah, I see it. An on GK tour. Right on.
So
this Twister Popper.
You've got
I've
something
seen
to
that
eat while
too.
you're doing the ballroom blitz.
I wonder if they have any candy stores anymore, you know?
I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of them. It's yeah, it's just funny that Rock Suite comes up with that.
Oh man. So I think the little doggo we're getting him hungry over here. We're talking about sweets. Actually, I got a bag of Harborough gummy bears sitting over there.
Are they sugar-free ones? Are they the ones that Sanguine told the horror story about?
Wait, what?
Oh, there was sugar-free Haribo something that Sanguine was telling a horror story about some guy ate them and got like the massive shits and like in the middle of an exam he just had to like bolt out of the room.
Well, that explains a lot. Maybe it is a sugar. No. Oh damn it! No, I've just been picking at them every now and then. You know, I don't eat a lot of candy, but every now and then, you know, you get that. Oh man, I need something sweet. So yeah, why not gummy bears? Oh shit. Okay, so we talked about candy. We were talking about some video games, right?
Yes.
So we could talk about video games. But I will say,
I'm always willing to do that.
Before we do, I have really quickly just want to levy out some. Here, let me just leave that up. Levy out some advice, ladies and gentlemen. I think something's gonna spooky's gonna happen maybe on the 24th. I don't know why, but it's just weird that there's this German chancellor guy who was like, you're gonna remember what you were doing on the 24th. It's like, what the fuck? And at the same time, the fucking Denver, Colorado's handing out free bug out bags. Yeah, that was my tinfoil hat moment. This is brought to you on Monday. Thank you, Quiz, for letting me show my stuff on your day. Oh man. So yes. So back to video games. Yes, we were talking about PS5. We were also talking about the different means of playing fighting games.
Yes.
And Street Fighter 6.
I am buying that day one. The day it is available, I am buying Street Fighter 6.
What about it has struck your fancy?
The fact that it actually has single player content.
Oh, the story mode?
Many modern fighting games don't bother with single player content. They basically just give you arcade mode and tell you to fuck off. Street Fighter 6 is going back to the old days of like Soul Calibur, where you've got like an entire single player mode that is like it seems kind of like Metroidvania, where you learn new moves to explore new parts of the map. So like you study under Chun-Li, and then you learn how to spinning bird kick, and that lets you like fly from rooftop to rooftop kind of thing. Or you can learn like Dalsim's yoga teleport, and it's like a full-on single-player experience rather than just, here's some shitty AI we coded. Go beat that up until you're ready to play online. Which is what most fighting games feel like.
Well, I was gonna say, I actually kind of like that it looked like while you're in that type of overworld story mode, that you can get into random street fights. And it's like, that's fucking awesome. Because that's Street Fighter.
The whole single player experience looks awesome in Street Fighter 6.
And like I was telling you before the show started, I had just heard that you can play Street Fighter 2 while you're waiting for an online match. And I'm just thinking, how brilliant is that?
There's actually going to be a lot of different games you can play.
Yeah, they said more
not
are going to
Street
come.
Fighter 2.
Yeah. I mean, even if they just stick with the old Street Fighter games, it's like, how awesome is that you're acknowledging, like, yeah, dude, you're waiting for a match? Well, why don't you play one of the old games? You got a whole fucking old... You may not be able to access it and, play a full arcade round or whatever, but the fact that you're able to just play a couple of matches of Street Fighter 2 Turbo or something like that, it's fucking cool.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they're willing to do it, because I can imagine there's going to be a lot of people who are like, I'm just going to go into the waiting room, play Third Strike, and never actually queue for a match. I don't want to play Street Fighter 6. I just want to play more Third Strike. Or Super Turbo, or whatever it is that they want to play.
That is, that is true. They could just do that,
It's that's what I'm surprised that they're willing to let people do it, because, I mean, I suppose they don't care. They've still got to buy a copy of Street Fighter 6 to do this, but
they'll still get their money. So
it does look bad if your multiplayer sort of statistics come out saying that there's more people playing Third Strike than the game that they actually bought. That doesn't look good. That's a bad optics.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be like a padded number for the multiplayer. You go in there and it's like, oh shit, all the lobbies are filled up, but it's really just people playing Third Strike and shit. Alpha 3.
It's not even just fighting games. You've got like Captain Commando and Final Fight. You've got things like that.
They said they're gonna have things like beat 'em ups in there.
They didn't say that, but if you look at the screenshots of the arcades in the waiting room, there's like arcade cabinets for Final Fight and Captain Commando. So they didn't explicitly state it, but the screenshots indicate that those games are there.
Man,
and,
if they do that, that could pose some problems.
It's I think it's definitely going to be something I buy straight away, because it's been such a long time since a fighting game has actually put effort into the single player mode. Like, I think Grand Blue Versus did, but I didn't like the single player mode, but I will give them credit for including one. Grand Blue Fighting Versus. And before that, I think Oh, geez, Soul Calibur 6 might have been the last one to actually make a decent run at single-player content.
Damn, Soul Calibur. Did you see
Yeah,
any?
they've gone back a ways. That's what, several years now.
That's true. Did you see anything about the new Tekken?
Not nearly as much as I've seen about Street Fighter 6. I only know that it got announced.
Yeah. I don't think they even showed any actual gameplay footage. I think it was just the cinematic video. And honestly, like Tekken is completely alien to me. I think I played Tekken 3 a bit, and that was it. And they're on 8, so.
I much prefer 2D fighters to 3D ones. I will play Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, games like that.
Well, hold on.
Far more.
I mean, because like, okay, Street Fighter 6 is technically a 3D fighter. Just
No.
2D
I
plane.
mean, fighting on a 2D plane.
Yeah, no, yeah. I that's what I mean. Like, it's one of those things where
Like,
the
by 3D fighter, I mean stuff like Tekken or Soul Calibur where you can move into the foreground.
yeah.
And like a 2D fighter is you're on a 2D plane. You can jump, you can walk backwards, forwards, and crouch. That's your field of movement. You can't like sidestep or anything like that. No, 2D fighters. I'm much bigger fan of those than 3D ones.
Oh shit! Speaking of Soul Calibur, is Soul Calibur on that fighting system you were talking about?
It should be. Let me double check.
The first Soul Calibur, at least. Cause son of a bitch, I really want to get a Dreamcast. I really want to get a Dreamcast.
Yep. So the first Soul Calibur and that's it.
I'm sure
So
Soul
it's
Blade.
just the first one.
Oh, it's not even
Just the
Soul
first
Blade.
one. There's Soul Blade on the Mega Drive, but I don't think that's
Soul Blade on the
same
Mega Drive?
one.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's called Soul Blade, but I don't think it's the same game.
Yeah, it's probably something different.
The Soul Calibur, there's only the first one on Fightcade.
Oh shit! I got to double check with Quiz because I think he ordered a game. I think he did. I think he said he did. For the 64 called Mace. I think it's called Mace 64. And it's a 3D fighting game for the 60. Oh.
Okay, so the N64, I don't think they have support for the N64 on Fightcade because the controller is so different to conventional controllers.
What?
Mace doesn't come up.
Dude, every controller has 3 prongs coming out of them, man.
We'll go back to Play. You can get Clay Fighter, but only the Super Nintendo one.
What about Balls?
Oops.
Balls, yeah.
Yep, Balls 3D on the Super
Balls
Nintendo
3D.
and the Mega Drive.
Oh yeah. That game was horrible.
It was. It really was.
Hey, and that was an actual 3D fighter too, because you can sidestep in that.
And I'm pretty sure you can even do Brutal, Paws of Fury. Yeah.
Oh,
don't know
Brutal?
if you ever
Yeah,
played that one.
where you play as the animals.
Yep, that's the one.
What about Shaq Fu?
That is almost certainly on there.
Oh, jeez.
Yep, Shaq Fu is on there.
Okay, so you know what? If I'm hosting again next Monday, what do you say we?
Shaq Fu tournament.
Yeah, what do you say we try and play some of these games?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it'll give me a week to figure out how to get everything to run smoothly in this setup. I'll download the software and do that.
I don't mind doing it on your regular Sunday stream if you want. I can just tell Frosted that I'm not going to be watching MST if you want, rather than
That's on you.
No, but I just mean like if you want to do it on a Sunday rather than wait for next time you happen to be filling in the quiz.
Oh, you could do both.
Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely fine with playing fighting games as much as I can.
And if we're gonna play some random, I like trying out the one of the things I liked about growing up, me and my brother would wake up when the Sega Channel games would switch over, and we'd love playing all the crazy fucking fighting and racing games that were just random. So yeah, so I'd be down to play some. Does it have Primal Rage on there?
It should be. Let me make sure.
Oh no.
Yep, Primal Rage on Game Gear, Mega Drive, and Super Nintendo.
Wait, what was the first one?
Game Gear. I would recommend playing either the Super Nintendo or the Mega Drive ones, but they do have the Game Gear version as well if you want to play that.
Oh, the Game Gear. I was like, what? N Gear? Like the Nokia
Game
N-Gage? Like, oh shit. They're really fucking dredging for that.
Yeah, no, but Primal Rage is definitely kind of crazy.
Well, I was just joking on that because that game's horrible.
Yeah, but
The controls are just.
I still think like we should mix in some terrible games as well as the good ones.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can do that.
Like, I think the people need to see Shaq Fu. I think that needs to
That
happen.
was Shaq Fu. Do they oh shit. Do they have the Double Dragon oh, what was it called? I can't remember.
The Double Dragon, we've got
It was a fighting game.
we've got a lot of the beat 'em ups. I'm not seeing the fighting game, but I don't remember what it was called, so
Yeah, I can't remember. I just remember it was off the it was based off the fucking
here it is.
cartoon.
Double Dragon Special 2017 hack. But it looks like a fighting game, so I don't know.
Ooh.
And then yeah, Double Dragon, and it's just called Double Dragon, but it looks like a fighting game. Like it's got the life bars at the top. There's only 2 characters on the screen. Yeah, I think the fighting game is just called Double Dragon, and it is on here.
Well, we definitely need to give these games a try. You said it up to Dreamcast. Does it have Dreamcast games on it? Like Power
yes.
Stone?
You go Power Stone. Power Stone. Yep, Power Stone is on there for the Dreamcast and
Get outta here.
for Naomi.
See, okay, yeah, we definitely, if we can get Quiz to play, do you think it would support 4 players?
Does the game itself support 4?
Well, the game does, yeah. But
Yeah.
does that
All-
software do? Or does the
Yes.
software?
So all I'm pretty sure all Fightcade does is provide an online platform to play these games on like against other people.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty much like a lobby system.
Yes,
Okay.
that's it exactly. So it started as a way of playing fighting games, like that was its original focus. But it looks like it's just branched out, and now you can play pretty much anything.
Yes. Then
Dreamcast and earlier.
we shall test it out, and if it's successful, I say I'll promote it in the arcade. I know I don't want the arcade to be just purely fighting games. You know, I'd still eventually want to get into playing games like, you know, Diablo and Phantasy Star Online and shit like that. But for now, fighting games for sure. And if this is successful, yeah, if we could play some old games.
Johnny Hellcat and I did test it a bit on one of his streams. There is a bit of input delay, like because Australia to America is quite a distance, so it's not perfect, but it's good. It's still very playable.
Was the lag noticeable or?
Noticeable, but not terrible.
Okay. No, because I've played a couple of matches against Coco where there was some lag. It wasn't game breaking, but
No.
it was definitely like, oh. And even he was like, well, this isn't the worst. I've played it where it was like, seconds on second.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you even do that?
No, I've played far worse. It's enough that you'll notice it, but not enough to ruin the game by any means.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And even at that, I'm looking more into recording it and then not doing it live. This is a whole different, not for minions, for arcade stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. If you look at the main page of Fightcade, like it's all the big names are on there. You have to actually search if you want something obscure. You got like Third Strike, King of Fighters, Super Turbo, Marvel vs. Capcom, Capcom vs. SNK, Mortal Kombat. It's all like the really famous stuff.
Yeah. Does it have like Virtual Fighter?
It does.
Oh wow!
Virtua Fighter 4, Virtua Fighter 3.
Holy shit! It goes all the way to 4?
Yeah. There's apparently Virtua Fighter 2 versus Tekken 2.
What? No, that's got to be a fan made.
It might be, but I'm just telling you what's on the screen.
That's awesome though. I'd love to try that.
Yeah.
How would that even work?
I don't know. So yeah, I can see Virtua Fighter 2, 3, and 4. I don't see the first one on here for some reason, but
I was gonna say I wouldn't mind playing Virtual Fighter 1, the beta version where it didn't have Akira, it had Simba, I think his name was, or Shiba.
I don't know any of the Virtua Fighter characters. I don't think I've ever actually played it.
Oh man, see that's that was my thing growing up. Was I was always big into Sega, so
yeah. See, as a kid, I was Team Nintendo, and so anything related to Sega, I was just like, no, I'm not touching that. As an adult, I've obviously moved past that, but it does mean that anything that was Sega oriented when I was growing up, I just missed. Like I barely played any Sonic games.
like at all.
Yeah, I've played like 5 minutes of a Sonic game at a museum because they had like an exhibit on old video games, like from the beginning of the industry to I think it was like maybe the GameCube and maybe something like that. And yeah, it was just notable games throughout history, and Sonic 1 was notable. And yeah, I played that on the Master System, and I played for about 5 minutes and moved on.
Well, I guess that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Sonic. It's just that it was on Sega, so I just never played it.
Yeah, I think that's the funny thing about that era was it's either
Yeah.
Sega or Nintendo. You didn't really hear too much about the people playing TurboGrafx or anything like that.
Oh God, no! No one even heard of the TurboGrafx.
Yeah. Oh shit.
On a tangential note, did you ever play the ratio mode in Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
The ratio mode. Oh, what is that?
So this guy Justin Wong, he's like one of the best Marvel players in the world. He noticed that there's only like 10 characters that you can actually justify using in Marvel 2. So he came up with a system where every character gets a score between 1 and was it 5, and you get 7 points to make your team. So if you want Sentinel on your team, that's 5 points. You've got to take 2 shitty characters to balance out the fact that you have Sentinel, or you could go like Ryu, Ken, Akuma, who are all like middle of the road characters. So that way everyone gets used, like, well, not everyone, but like the range of viable characters is greatly widened instead of like Cable, Sentinel, Storm, and Magneto. Sometimes Iron Man, sometimes Psylocke. That's it. Captain Commando if you want his assist. That's it. That's all you can pick.
Damn. So, do they have the teams already set up? They can pick through, or?
There is a modded version of MVC2 that enforces ratio mode. Like obviously, like the base game, you would have to do that on your own. You'd have to look up the chart, make your team beforehand, and then pick it. But no, there is a ratio mode mod of the game where it won't let you pick characters if it would take the total over 7. And, I haven't checked the latest ratios, but I do think was it Iceman was like 3 points, and it's like, yeah, I love Iceman in that game. Just stand on the other side of the screen shooting ice beams at people.
It's effective.
What's that?
It's very effective.
Yeah. I remember playing against Johnny. He was getting annoyed. He's like ice beam, ice beam, ice beam. And then he'd jump at me and I'd do one of the diagonal ones, diagonal upwards, and hit him out of the sky. It was fun.
Have you tried the Children of the Atom? The
Yeah,
X-Men
I
thing?
played all the Capcom Marvel games.
Yeah.
I didn't play it much, but I did play it. I played through like the arcade mode once or twice, and then I kind of just moved on. I didn't sit there, beating it with every character or anything, but I did play it for a bit. There was a time when I was trying to work down the it used to be called SRK, but now it's Super Combo. But it's just a wiki, and it's just got a list of fighting games on it. And I was working my way down the list. So yeah, Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes versus Capcom, whatever else, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, 2, 3, Infinite. Played all of them. Played all the Street Fighter games. Played a bunch of Arc System Works games because of that, like Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. Yeah, it was just working my way down the list. So I played a ton of the Marvel stuff. I used to like Cyclops. Just I think I just have a zoner's heart because shooting beams from the other side of the screen is just fun. I'm not good at zoning. I'm far too aggressive. I end up getting impatient and rushing them down anyway. But it is fun, just sort of sitting on the opposite side of the screen and just every time they try and get close, you just knock them back.
Yeah. Well, it's also a nice way to keep them at bay.
Yeah, I mean, they've typically got severe weaknesses. Like if you can get close to someone like Cable or Iceman or whoever, they just get destroyed because all their strength is at long range. They can't defend themselves at all if the enemy gets close. But it's just fun. It's just fun.
Have you
zoning people out.
ever tried the Mega Man fighting games?
No, I haven't seen those.
It's pretty much just a arcade version of the Mega Man boss battles. But yeah, they made, I think, 2 arcade cabs of these. They're pretty fun to play.
Cool. I hear there was a fighting game like Final Fight Revenge.
A Final Fight fighting? Holy shit!
Yeah. I never played it, and it doesn't look like it's on Fightcade, so that's sad.
Oh.
It's
When did that come out?
I'll have to look it up, but I know Matt McMuscles brings it up all the time on Triple KO. It's just and we haven't mentioned Final Fight Revenge this week. But it's pretty weird because you had like weapons just lying around you could pick up. Final Fight Revenge, 1999 3D fighting game released by Capcom on the Saturn, by the looks of it.
It was on the Saturn?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Uh-oh. Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Triple KO is awesome. That is something I look forward to every week. It's just Justin Wong, Maximilian Dude, and Matt McMuscles talking fighting games.
See, that's not bad.
Yeah, this is it's so dumb, but one of my favorite things is they're sponsored by Manscaped, and just how uncomfortable they are talking about like shaving their balls. And it's like they're like awkwardly trying to get the promo out because they're getting paid a lot of money to do it, but at the same time not wanting to really discuss it.
These guys on YouTube or Twitch?
YouTube.
YouTube.
It's it's a podcast with like those 3 guys, and it's really good. If you're interested in fighting games, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I'll give them a check out. I'll check them out. Yeah.
And Matt McMuscles is like a historian of bad fighting games. He's got like a segment on his own channel, which is nothing but the worst fighting game he can find. There's like Criticom and Shaq Fu and I think Bloodstorm was one of the ones he did recently, which is like the sequel to Time Killers. And it's like worse than Time Killers.
Wait, they made a sequel to Time Killers?
Yeah. It's not a direct sequel. It's like a spiritual successor. It's like the same people made it. It's got different characters but similar like gameplay. I'm sure it's called Bloodstorm.
What systems did it come out on?
It's an arcade game. I don't know if it ever got a home release.
Oh.
It's it's essentially Time Killers, but the second one.
The second. They still have the crazy fatalities that Time Killer's had?
Yep.
Or the decapitations and shit?
That's what I mean by similar gameplay. It's the same game more or less. It's just different characters and different backgrounds and stuff, but the same concept. Like you're still amputating limbs, you're still doing all the like crazy fatalities.
Yeah, we need more of that.
Yeah, it's funny because Matt McMuscles hates the idea of chopping the limbs off, whereas I think it's awesome. I think it's such a cool idea. Is that if they cut your arm off, you can't use that arm to attack anymore. And it's like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You
And
can argue that Time Killers and Bloodstorm didn't balance it particularly well, but as a concept, I think that's amazing.
It's what would have happened if you look at old fight manuals with like swords and stuff. They would definitely say, "Hey, yeah, if you could chop off a limb, that's good. It's a good thing."
No, but I think there should have been more clear rules about what will get a limb cut off, because as it is, it feels pretty random. Like you'll just hit them and sometimes it'll happen. Whereas I think it should have been, this is a move that cuts off arms. It doesn't do very much damage, but it cuts off arms. I think they should have balanced it that way rather than, hey, we decided that you lost your arm. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And they've got the instant kills, which are the decapitations.
Those are always fun.
So yeah, if you do the instant kill, it's very, very slow, so it's like easy to avoid. And it has to hit them in the neck. So like if they're jumping when it hits, that doesn't instant kill them. It's got to be like hits their neck, and it's slow.
You said it's arcade, but is it still 2D or is it 3D?
Yeah. It's like similar to Mortal Kombat, where it's like 3D models on a 2D fighting plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really liked Time Killers as a kid. Oh, as a teen, I should say. I used to put so much money into that machine.
Good. Yeah, I enjoyed playing that on the Genesis. It was one of those weekend rentals, you know.
Yeah, I should try Bloodstorm. I played Time Killers, but I haven't tried Bloodstorm yet.
Yeah, I gotta look this up. I've never heard of this.
It's not great. Like gameplay wise, it's not great, but I just like the concept more than the execution.
Well, they took a chance with it, you know. Have you?
Yeah.
Like I said, it reminds me of when they tried to make wrestling into a fighting. Have you played the WWF arcade game?
Don't think so. I don't think I've played a fighting game. The only wrestling fighting game I played was I can't remember the name of it, but Saturday Night Slam Masters, the second one. Ring of Destruction, I think it was.
Yeah, no, that was Capcom, wasn't it?
Yeah, Capcom.
Yeah. No, this was made by Midway.
Okay.
So they used the same tech they used for Mortal Kombat, and they had all the wrestlers go in and do all the moves and shit. It was goofy, but fucking fun as hell.
No, I don't think I ever played it. Most of the wrestling games I played were wrestling games. Like, you move around the ring, you do your grapples and your strikes, and you have to pin them for 3 seconds to win.
Oh yeah, no,
I don't-
I mean, I think you had to pin your opponent, but at the same end, you also had special moves like the Undertaker would pull a tombstone out and smash you over the head with it. You know, like things like that, like Razor Ramon, his hands would turn into giant razors, and
That's pretty funny.
yeah, um, it was a pretty fun game, but
Yeah, I didn't play that one. It sounds cool.
oh shit, oh, I think I just started this over. So we've actually been going a bit over the hour mark.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna go ahead and close it off. We had some wonderful conversations, and like I said, if you're down, I'll look into this software, and
Yeah.
maybe we should play some of these older games.
Absolutely. Let me know when you want to try it, and I'll do it.
Yeah, like I said, as long as I can set it up with OBS, because right now it's just running the capture card for the Switch.
Okay.
I have a YouTube feed set up, but it's still wonky. So yeah, no, yeah, we'll have some time to play with that.
If you need to, I'm sure Johnny Hellcat can help you out because he managed to stream our games through Fightcade on his channel. So
Oh yeah.
it can be done. So talk to Johnny if you run into trouble. I'm sure he'll be happy to help you out.
Yeah, sounds good. But with that, I think we'll go ahead and have our parting words and anything you want to shill. Now's the time to say your piece.
Most people know where to find me. Quippers United, The Corner, Six Sober Streams. Occasionally I'm on Johnny Hellcat's channel. You know, I'm around. I'm probably on the internet as much as it's possible to be. So I'm not hard to find. I'm sure you'll be able to find me if you want me.
Yeah, and especially you'll probably find Terry on Wednesdays, or
Oh
at
yeah,
least
on
American
Hammer's Nights.
Wednesdays. Yeah, with good old Hammer. And of course, usually Monday is quizzes night, but he's still sorting out his work schedule. So yeah, and then you can catch me on Sundays. I host Sunday evenings. Probably the most fun you'll have at the zoo. Ha ha! That's a bold statement, sir. Ah, jeez. But anywho, I think that about does it. I didn't get to my story about the space mummy on the moon.
Not to worry.
I know. Well, hold on. Maybe we'll go into extra innings and we'll talk about it right now. No, it's
Up to you.
no. We're gonna. I will say if you want homework, go look up Apollo Mission 20, the Mona Lisa on the moon. Maybe we'll talk about that on Sunday. But as we go, I want to thank Terry. Terry, thank you for joining
No worries.
on Monday. It's honestly, I really enjoy having these chats with you the past few Mondays. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's always been fun chatting to you.
Yeah, I mean, especially because we're getting some good video game conversation. I really appreciate that, you know. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I want to thank chat for hanging out. I hope everybody enjoyed the conversation, especially about the candies. and you go find yourselves some good candies, and I shall say I love y'all and God bless, and the zoo is closed.
See you later, guys.
Minions of the Zoo is recorded live on tape in front of a studio audience.